One of the things that a lot of us find difficult to do as adults is to make friends. And if you're anything like me, you really don't mind being on your own. But as we get older, we realize that we need people around us, we need friends. Nowadays in the world, you need a lot of connection. You don't know where you can get to the help of other people, and you also helping other people. So today's episode of the book club, I'll be talking about how to make friends. I'll be mentioning tips I learned from this book, and I'll be mixing it with things I've learned from my own experience also. This is the second episode of the book club. If you haven't seen the first episode, I'll link it up here so you can check it out. And if you're interested in joining the book club, make sure you watch the end of the video so you can see the book for next month. Now let's get into it. So the very first step to making friends at this your big age is to be fun in making the first move. Don't overthink it. A lot of us would like to plan out the whole conversation in your head, like, what am I going to say? What's she going to say? What if she says this? Just go with one line. Oh, I like your outfit. Oh, I always see you here. My name is this. Just start with that. And it's just going to turn into an interaction normally, because once you say something or when you ask something, the person will normally ask you back. And from there, if the vibe clicks, it clicks, and you will have something to talk about, even if it's a little awkward, but it will be awkward for both of you, trust me. The other person is also going to feel awkward and you're going to feel awkward, and that's a perfect combination. A lot of people are always walking around waiting for somebody to approach them. The way you are thinking, oh, I don't want to approach, maybe if she approaches me, she's also thinking, I don't want to approach, maybe if she approaches me. So just be fine in making the first move if you think you vibe together. And what's the worst that could happen? Even if at the end of the day the interaction goes awkwardly, or you find out that you guys don't really like the same thing, you move on, like, oh, I just wanted to compliment you. And maybe you probably won't even see the person again. You probably won't see her again. Or even if you see her, it's just, hi, good afternoon. And you move on. Like, it's really nothing to be embarrassed about. I can get if it's a boy and a girl situation where dealing with rejection might be awkward. But when it comes to, in my opinion, when it comes to girl and girl, I don't think there's really much animosity. If it doesn't work out as being friends, at least you guys will record your, that's even if you see the person again. So there's really nothing to be afraid of. And I'm planning on doing an experiment on this. I want to walk up to a total stranger. Okay, maybe not total stranger, but somebody I think I might get along with, or somebody I've been seeing frequently and I think we like the same things, and I'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll try and record it to test my knowledge of what I've read in this book. So if you want to see that, make sure you stay tuned. The next step is also in line with being okay with making the first move, and this is you making plans and inviting people. A lot of us are always waiting for someone to invite us to a party, invite us to go out and hang out, but this is something I'm trying to do, to make plans. Be fine making that first move. If you like going out, if you want to go and party or whatever, arrange it for it. I'll be like, okay, I want to go to, then text the person, hey, do you want to go to this? Stop waiting for people to reach out to you first to do stuff. Be fine with picking up your phone, making plans for it, and then inviting people to it. You'll be surprised with how many people are down for it, because a lot of people are just waiting for that invitation, but nobody wants to do actual planning. But you can become that person who actually plans everything out. Now let me talk about the 6 principles I was actually mentioned in this book that will help people like you and actually become friends. And the first one is to be genuinely interested in a person. That is why it's important to actually walk up to people that you already have something in common with, or you think you have something in common with. But when you're trying to make friends, when you're in the talking stage with the person, be genuinely interested in whatever they are telling you. Don't make friends because you need somebody to pour all your issues on, to talk to. You want it to always revolve around you and you want to be the only one. But once you show that you are genuinely interested in someone, it makes the other person more open to you. The next point is to remember someone's name. Now this book states that somebody's name is very important to them, and especially people with technical names. If they find someone that actually remembers their name or remembers the actual pronunciation of their name, it makes them feel special. They respect you and you can become good friends. My name, I feel like my name is not really a big deal. When people even get the pronunciation of my name wrong, I actually don't correct them. I don't even know if that's a bad thing or that's a good thing, but I actually don't correct people. I just take whatever you want to call me, call me. I don't take my name as a big deal. Well, maybe that's an issue I need to work on with, but apparently name is a big deal to a lot of people. So try to remember people's name, their pronunciation, and all their spelling. depending on the setting you are in. Next tip, which is common sense, is to listen more than you talk. And this has to do with also being genuinely interested. So when somebody is talking, don't interrupt. Don't always say, "Oh, that happened to me." Listen before you talk. When you listen, you give them the avenue to say what they have to say. Then you bring up your own and you say what you need to say. You don't need to. You should not be the one talking all the time. Allow the other person to talk. The next tip is to not criticize or condemn people. When you are in places with people and someone does something that is wrong, you don't need to criticize or condemn. Try to understand it from their point of view. Why would you do something like that? And even if you feel like it's bad and you need to tell the person, don't do it in public. Don't try to shame them in the presence of other people. Do it privately, and even do it in a way that they don't feel judged or they don't feel bad. Don't rebuke them like their children. Find a way to do it in a loving manner. Give a sincere compliment. And the book clearly states that you should not flatter people. Don't go out of your way to try to sweet talk people or flatter people. People will easily pick it up. Don't just give superficial compliments. Tell somebody, "Oh, I love the way you handle that. I like the way you always carry people along. I like the way you're always patient with people." That makes the person feel loved. Is a different feeling than saying, "Oh, you look nice." I'm really bad at making friends, or I'm really bad at keeping friends because so much I just like being alone. So I'm really bad at that. But it's something I'm working on, and I've learned some things from this book. Hopefully I can apply it, and hopefully you will learn something also that you can also apply. Now to the book of next month, which is March. It is Eat That Frog. 21 Great Ways to Stop Procrastinating and Get More Done in Less Time. This was actually the book that introduced me to being productive and all the tips that will make you just achieve more. And I think it's a really important read, and I want to read it again this year to refresh my memory. So if you're interested in joining the book club, try to read this book for March. Then we'll discuss it under my video for March next month, and I'll leave a link to where you can get the book and links to the audiobook, because sometimes you really don't have time to sit down and read, but if you can listen to the audiobook, it makes it really easy. I'll also leave a link to this book if you haven't read it yet. It's really powerful. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.